Hello, welcome back to Mindful Musings. I am Dee Dee, your host. I'm an energy alchemist, sound bowl practitioner, and an intuitive. It's July 1st. Oh boy, or as one of my dear friends would always say, rabbit, rabbit. I love that. I don't know what the story is behind Rabbit Rabbit, but I do remember that my dear childhood friend Julie would always say Rabbit Rabbit, and then now a theater friend of mine, Richard, always says that, but it's supposed to be the first words you speak on a new month. Anyway, it's supposed to be good luck or something like that. Whatever works, But isn't it amazing the things that stick with you? Or I will own that. Isn't it amazing the things that I can remember? Anyway, how are you? July 1st, here we go. Oh boy. You know what I'm going to say, don't you? Get grounded. Make sure you are grounded. Make sure you are hydrated. Yes. Bless or charge your water with intention. Some people put crystals in it. Some people will put the water out and let it be solar charged. You can have moon water, whatever. But I've also just found that drinking the water and setting the intention that it be filled with love, light, peace, healing, whatever you wish to infuse it with, like you're infusing a tea, and then you drink it, visualizing your body absorbing these wonderful, healing, profound energies. Our bodies really need the water right now, as the fascia, the cellular level, whatever. I don't know all the biologics of it, but I know our bodies are craving it. I know mine is really craving it. Be grounded, hydrated, place of neutrality in the center of your head. Remember that place? Front of the forehead, back of the forehead, top of the ear, left ear, top of the right ear, where the two lines intersect. That's the center of your head. That's the place where you're going to find neutrality. Most likely that's also where the pineal gland is, just saying. Although I can neither confirm nor deny that. That's just my instinct saying that that's what the pineal gland is. Neutrality. And running the combined energies of Blessed Mother Earth with her comforting, healing energies. Pull that up through the base of your feet, up your legs. Bring it on up and in to the base of your spine. Bringing in the cosmic gold energy, cosmic, the cleansing, the harmonious, just bringing that wonderful cosmic energy in and bringing it all the way in and down and anchoring into the center of the earth, and then allowing those two energies to flow, to mix into this beautiful mixture and flow throughout, up your spine and through the chakras, cleansing the chakras all the way up and out, fountaining out all the way around you and circling back up, so that you're cleansing and purifying your toroidal field. Remember, if this is you, boom, this is your toroidal field or aura, and this is the energy flowing, and we want to keep it flowing. We want to keep it moving and cleansed. Okay? So we got that. Grounded, present moment, which if you're in the center of the head, then you're going to be in a present moment. But I always like to say that anyway. Coming into the present moment, balanced. Actually, ask all the energy centers to come into balance, to stabilize, and come into alignment with each other. Remembering the Earth Star, which is below your feet. It anchors into the center of the earth and contains all the ancient wisdom and then your soul star, which is above your crown chakra, which is the connection to the cosmic, to the expanse and universe, and bringing in that information. So that was just a quick, real quick, to help you get aligned with your energy, because you have to align with the energy you wish to create, you wish to manifest. Must align with it first before you will be able to manifest it. In order to do that, we got to get into our present moment, balanced and with compassion, compassionate detachment. As one person was referring to it too, I really liked this term, the sacred observer. It's a sacred neutral observer. That is going to be called, well, words didn't come out right, but that is a huge call to action for us, is to be neutral, neutrally observing that which is going on around us in the 3D, while we are staying calm in our bodies, in our sacred temples, running our energy and holding a space for love. We've got to hold that space for love and compassion for ourselves as we experience whatever it is we're going through and will go through, and for others as we neutrally observe what is going on as we hold that space. Don't know what's in store for us, but never hurts to, what is it, the Boy Scout or Girl Scouts? Be prepared. And the greatest way of being prepared is being in a place of sovereignty, of love in action. Okay? I am clutching today Aura Light 23. I like that. I don't know, that was just a recommendation that my buddies at the Energy Within KC.com, they have a wonderful newsletter that Jackie and Julie and the whole team create and send out. And one of the crystals for the month was Aura Light 23. And I just so happened to have had some that I purchased like several years ago. So surround yourself with the tools that you think will be necessary for you to create calm. For me, it's my bowls. I love my singing bowls. Oh my goodness, do they bring me such joy, and to raise my frequency, to bring me calm. It's my bowls, and they're crystal bowls. I also have some Tibetan bowls. But the crystal, because we are 75% water, and we're developing even to a greater degree the crystalline properties in our bodies. So we really resonate with the crystals. So crystals are very assistful with me. I don't know, I just feel the urge to create a little bit of a list. You know what to do, but your toolkit, what does it consist of now? And you may wonder, you may be surprised at how many tools you already have. But remember, grounding is a tool. Centering, getting in the center of your head, is a tool. Being able to run energy and clear out any stuck energy, that's a tool. And remember, any images or stuckness, you can create these little laser, like ting, 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 transmute it, alchemize into little particles, and let it transmute for the highest good. So that's all the running energy aspects. And of course, being grounded, being grounded, being grounded. Did I say that? Super important. Dropping the roots from the base of your feet, anchoring them into the center of the earth, from the base of your spine into the earth. Cosmic gold. Running energy. Taking time every day, several times throughout the day, to become present with yourself. And breathing. As you breathe into it, Focusing on your breath, you can do a quick body scan to see where you're holding tension and the places you may be holding tension. You breathe into them. Breathe in and exhale to release them, to relax it, to communicate, to see what message that dis-ease may have for you. You can journal. That's a wonderful tool. Remember to journal and remember to create a sacred space for yourself where you are surrounded by those things that bring you joy. This room that I do my videos, and this is my sound room. It's my sanctuary. I am surrounded by my crystals, by my bowls, by the candles, by aromatherapy, the things that bring me peace. So really, the moment I even look into this room, I am enveloped in peace. Create that space for you. Even if it's just in the corner of the room, wherever it might be, create that space where you can have an altar. I have my oracle cards, your divining rods, whatever is a sacred space for you. Create that for yourself. Get outside and ground, connect with nature. Tend to your garden if you have a garden. These are all ways of nurturing ourselves. A list of gratitude. What are you grateful for? Coming back into that space of gratitude, of love, surrounding yourself with those things, people, music. Oh my goodness, music. Oh, it's so inspiring. It's so healing. That fills me with love. What fills you with love? What fills you with gratitude? And journal. Let your journaling be your communication with your higher self. Way back when I was at the University of Santa Monica, this is back in the 80s and the 90s, because I graduated in 1990. That's where I got my master's in spiritual psychology. And I was blessed to have wonderful teachers, Ron and Mary Holnick, who I still revere to this day. Brilliant. And so, it created the foundation. We had these exercises that we would do, and they were called inner counselings, where you would sit, center yourself inside yourself, invoke your inner counselor, which was really, I think, your higher self, but inner counselor was because, we were learning about how to counsel, and counseling ourselves is the most important thing to be able to do. So we'd invoke our inner counselor, which was really invoking the divine, and dialogue with it. Create the relationship and create the communication. And for this was through written form, which at that time, I think I did handwrite most of it initially, and then eventually had computer where I could do it that way. But there's something about the connection of being able to connect and let it flow without censor in a space of love, where you set the space, where you light the candles, the incense, whatever. That is a wonderful practice to do. If you find yourself having questions or feeling something, take the time and do an inner counseling. Ask, hi, I'm feeling this, and then allow whatever it is without judgment to come forward from a place of compassion and love and forgiveness. Forgiveness is so important. But I hold those years, I cherish those in my heart and in my spirit, because they provided me with an incredible foundation of skills that never have gone out of date. They're basics. And the beautiful people that were my spiritual family and are still Even though I may not physically be in contact with them, they're still my spiritual family. That's what a spiritual family is. We get each other on an energetic level. But the teachings, if they are true always. It doesn't matter who has delivered the message to you. They were the messenger. But the truth is the truth. It's the divine truth, and it will resonate to your very core. And remember, you have access to that very truth to resonate to your core. Because we are in a time now where we must not give away our power to anyone outside of that, including a guru or spiritual teacher. Because we all have access to the same divine source. Remember that. I've said it before in other videos, but it keeps coming up. Especially if we come into a time where we don't have internet access, or, something may happen to the grids, whatever. Remember to use that time to connect to your source, the divine source. Use it as a time of healing and as a time to experiment with telepathy, to communicating with your soul family, your spirit family, through your heart, but on an energetic level. Because, we don't know. But that's a wonderful tool to have, is to know that, okay, what did the ancients do? Oh, well, they connected to earth, and they relied upon all of their senses and their abilities and the innate abilities that we have within us, and they believed in the power of telepathic communication. That's come up, and that was in the last video too. So I guess this must just be information to give. What else? Anything else? Not particularly, although I must admit, thank you. This has helped. I watched a movie last night that I had no idea what the movie was about. All I knew is that Tom Hanks was in it, and my husband and I were like, well, nothing's on TV. Royals aren't playing for a couple hours, so let's watch let's watch a movie. And it's scrolling along. It's a movie called Finch, starring Tom Hanks. It got to me on so many different levels that I am appreciative of this opportunity of being with you, because it's helping to lift some of the angst that I felt and ability to focus on the good news, on what is the true, what is divine. It's a wonderful, for me, it was a wonderful, heartfelt movie. Short story long. I won't go into the details, but it's post-apocalyptic. And Tom Hanks has survived and has a dog who has survived, and a robot whose name Jeff is the name. And it's wonderful. But I went into the reality a little bit too much, and so that the post-apocalyptic, people survived, and what did he say? We survived it, but it's what we did afterwards. And it was about the darkness of people turning against people, and it became a place of just survival. So everything was covered with atomic, with the dust. It was, I guess, a big solar flare or something that came through, but burned through the ozone layer, so high radiation, so things couldn't live. so it was very black and white and gray, and Tom Hanks is just brilliant. But anyway, it was that where it was kind of bleak, and the storms that would come in. But then I won't say too terribly much more, but to arrive at a place traveling across the United States from St. Louis, Missouri to the West Coast, to then arrive in the mountains where the atmosphere is clear, and you see a little bit of life again, and a little bit of green. It just was like, oh my gosh. So when I watch the movie, you'll get it. I don't want to ruin too much of it in case you haven't watched it and want to. But it was just beautifully active and very tender and heartfelt and very soul-searching. And what I found myself doing, because I was kind of shaken by it, is last night I walked out, and I swear I just stood in my backyard in front of my favorite tree, who I love to go hug, and I just hugged my tree, and I just stood there, and it was dusk, and I cried a little bit, because all of a sudden I noticed the fireflies, and a lot of fireflies were, and they're so magical. And I was looking around at the green all around, and the green and my beautiful tree. Oh, it's just such a beautiful shade and protector. And I just wept with gratitude and joy and such love for Gaia, for Mother Earth, and that we still have this beautiful, amazing planet that we exist on, and that we still have each other, and that it was just, I'm not doing it justice, but I still woke up from it this morning just a little off kilter, but being with you and talking about it and going through the different tools that I shared with you, that was also my way of using my toolbox to see if it could help shift my energy, and it did. So I share that with you so that when you need to shift your energy, the first level is awareness, to know that, ooh, I'm feeling a little, what's in my toolbox? You know, you can always come back to this video, or come back to any number of my videos, especially some of my starter videos at the very beginning. I go step by step how to clear your energy field, and have a couple of sound baths in there as well. So that's always a resource you have for free. But I wanted to make sure that the tools worked. So thank you for allowing me to share this with you, because we're going to need our tools. We just are. No matter what. Things may be hunky-dory and they just may be fabulous and great. We still need our tools, because we still want to be in that place of balance and neutrality and great, great compassion and forgiveness and love. So I hope this has made some sense. Yeah, I'll go ahead and grab an oracle card. See if Spirit wants to communicate with us through that for the highest, greatest good. And as always, this is for entertainment, inspirational, and spiritual purposes. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and if you feel like sending a donation, it's buymeacoffee.com/Mindful Musings Dee Dee. I'll have the link. No pressure. No, it's just there if you feel it. Anyway, let's see if there's further messages from Spirit that for us. Okay. Let's see what Colette Baron Reed has. This is the Oracle of the Seven Energies. This is one of my newer decks that I really, really love. And all right, to see if there's further guidance on this day, July 1st, 2025. As we start a new month, endless possibilities, and the greatest gift we can bring to ourselves is to be authentic with ourselves, to be truth, to speak love, to see through the eyes of love and compassion, and especially when we are regarding ourselves. To be neutral, compassionate observers, and to always bring ourselves back into that place of calm. To be the eye in the storm. That is how we are going to assist each other. That is how we are going to assist you. Well, that's a little bit too many of them. Got a lot to say, but let's try again. I just got excited and just threw those cards right up there. Laughter. Thank you. Remember that joy and laughter is of the highest vibration, and that shifts the energy just so quickly. Gratitude, laughter, joy, love, that will all shift your frequency and bring you back into a place of balance. You have to give yourself permission, though, to come into balance. You don't feel guilty for feeling good. Misery doesn't love company. I mean, misery does love company, but that's an awful thing to do for yourself, to go and sit in misery when that's not your divine state. You can go say hello and visit and say, I love you, but come back. Come back to your joy. Come back to who you really are. Authentic. Peaceful. Loving and kind. That's how you're going to be of the greatest service at this point in time when all around you gets crazy. Okay, well, let's see. Any message for here? Yes. Okay, this is the one that, interestingly enough, this is the one that I saw that had fallen, and I almost chose it. But I thought I would give it another chance. I love how Spirit works. Oh, golly, this is beautiful. It's almost, I don't know, this one's really speaking to me. Into me, I see. Is that absolutely gorgeous? Or what? But it's being true. As within, so without. As above, so below. And as we look within, we see truth. Oh, that is just, oh, that, I hope you can see that. That image is just so beautiful. That it's, yeah, because into me I see authentic, open, stay open. I was listening to Mel Lawson this morning, and the message was about being open to receive. But are we really open? Or are you just pretending to be? Or you think you are? But are you really open to creating this divine life? Are you really open to flowing in the abundance? Are you truly open, as in really open to receiving the guidance and the divine? Or is it something that we're just telling ourselves and we still have work to do, and we work by going within? It's a very thought-provoking thing, because we say, oh yes, I'm open to that. But if you listen carefully, you'll hear that there's a little, I'm open to this, but I want it this way. We have conditions on our openness. No. When we open to the divine, we open. There are no conditions, because we know it is all for the highest and greatest good. At least that's what was just coming in. Trust in another, dropping shields and rigid boundaries to allow connection. The willingness to be vulnerable. At certain precious moments, you are called into a deep and meaningful connection with the world. Wow, okay, that one hit. Or another person. A magical affinity arises with the kind of intimacy that in turn encourages a greater understanding of yourself. The relationship acts as a mirror, helping you see your own patterns. What it reflects about you can further your own personal evolution. So now is the time to take a risk by connecting with another. Can you see how far you've come? Can you see what is still active within you that needs to change or heal? You will discover more about who you are as you discover more about another. Even if you cannot possibly know what it's truly like to be in someone else's shoes, you can listen and learn. This is a magical gift being offered to you right now. This concept applies beyond romantic connection. Well, what do the dynamics in your closest friendships, your work relationships, and families say about you? Relationships are extraordinary opportunities for healing. When predicated on honesty and caring, they have a great impact on how you contribute to the world. Intimate relationships hold up a mirror of truth and reveal more treasures than you might ever expect. If you can look into it, take a risk, and see everything is beautiful, even in its imperfections. Imagine how deep you could go. Wow. Into me I see. And in an odd sort of way, this also reflects back to the movie Finch, as Tom Hanks' character, Finch, is guiding and teaching the robot. He's learning. And we learn by making mistakes. There's a line that Finch says, I'll paraphrase it a bit, but here the robot has all this data, data upon data and data. And Tom Hanks' character is like saying, you can have all of that knowledge, but you don't have wisdom until you experience it. That's very profound, isn't it? That's what we all came here to do, is experience. And we learn through life's experience what our soul is here We are experiencers. Just be sure to be gentle and compassionate with yourself as you experience. Don't get lost in that exterior, in what's playing out, the drama, the ugliness, all of that. Don't get lost in that. You may need to experience it so you know how to come back and learn who you are and who you are not. But always come back to yourself, to looking deep within, to trust yourself. Trust your capital S, self, as in higher self. That's the beauty. Oh, Sophie's coming in. Hi, sweet girl. Sophie's so good about, she knows herself. I wonder if she wants to say hello. Give me just a moment. Hi, baby. So, here's Sophie. Thank you, Sophie. She's not keen on yet on this. Know yourself. As the Oracle in Delphi says, know thyself. You want to go? Be at peace. All we can do is control how we respond. Avoid reaction, but come into a place of response from a neutral, higher space. See the divinity in yourself so you can see the divinity in others. Because remember, we are all just walking each other home, and you and I can witness the same thing, but our experience is going to be different. It just depends on where we are. Where is our mindset? Where is our heart set? I'll just leave it there. Don't need to explain it anymore. Just know that events can happen and we're all going to experience them differently. And that doesn't make it right or wrong. It just makes it different. And we send love and compassion and healing. All right. Sophie's telling me it's time for her treats. It is time. It's time for your siesta. Time for treats. It is time for a siesta, isn't it? Siestas are good. They're good self-care and nurturing. So make sure you have your toolkit all up to date and you're still gathering more tools, and your self-care nurturing kit. Have those handy. Keep those forefront. Nurture yourself. Love yourself. And from the overflow, extend that love to others in healing compassion. All right. I'm going to go give Sophie her treats, and I may check back with you later. In the meantime, bless you. Thank you for being on this journey with me. I appreciate you. Blessings be. Namaste.